Hey guys, so today we're going to make a 2-in-1 mop soap and surface cleaner. But before we do that, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. And also if you want the recipe, it will be linked in the description box on my website and also on my Patreon, where I have so many candle making recipes, skincare recipes, live classes. You will not be disappointed. Let's talk about this mop soap / surface cleaner and what we're going to be using today. All right guys, so I have made a mop soap on the channel before, but listen, I love to use my mop soap to clean as well. So I just wanted to have a little bit more cleaning power. So I came back and I revised the recipe. Like always, I love to use a little bit of ingredients. I don't like to use a whole lot of stuff. It's still effective. You don't need to use 99 surfactants. And that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using this white vinegar. You can get that from Walmart. We are going to be using 2 surfactants. We're going to be using distilled water. Distilled water is a carrier for all the ingredients. It prevents the minerals from causing cloudiness and spots and instability. We're going to be using a fragrance. I'm using Mary Mimosa. I love that fragrance. And let me tell you something, I use it in so much. When it came down to making soap, I used it. Body spray, I use it. I love it. So let's talk about the surfactants. One of the surfactants is actually my primary cleaner. It removes dirt, grease, footprints, kitchen grime, bathroom residue, and it also provides foam and cleaning power. My second surfactant is going to boost the cleaning performance, and it also improves the foam quality, and it helps suspend the fragrance. But when it comes down to the fragrance alone, I do not want to use a surfactant to keep it stabilized. I'm using Polysorbate 20. And it helps reduce the oil separation, and it improves the product appearance and consistency. I'm going to be using a preservative. You can use any broad spectrum preservative that you may like. There are so many to choose from. I will link that in the Patreon and let you guys know the best preservative to use for this recipe. So that's all we're using is the white vinegar, and that helps break down the soap scum, hard water residue. It's actually good on floors. You can label this recipe as a natural cleaner. People love natural cleaners, so you can actually just sell this as a natural cleaner. It's nothing harsh about it. The surfactants that we are using comes from coconuts, and the white vinegar, you guys know that is, I'm talking about, it works marvelous as a cleaner alone. It stinks, but you don't smell it in the soap / cleaner at all. Honestly, you won't even remember that you put it in there. So you can use that as a floor cleaner alone without all the surfactants, and it does a wonderful job on the floors. It brings a natural shine. So just imagine it being in this recipe. We only use a very small percentage because we don't want the smell. So, but anyway, long story short, it is very, very nice to use it in this recipe. So it does not matter what order you go in when you are making this recipe. Nothing is to be heated up or anything like that. So you can just put everything into your container, just pour it all in there and just mix it all together. Now, I will tell you this, to keep the, how can I say this the right way? To keep things clear, because most people love for their cleaners to be clear, make sure you use wisdom and study out your fragrance before you choose a fragrance. Now, I typically like to use cleaning fragrances for cleaners, but I do like certain Bum Bum and stuff like that. But you just have to be careful with the vanilla. So I would just probably make a small little 1 ounce batch just to test the fragrance, to make sure it don't give you instability or cloudiness. Like, don't make a big batch and add fragrance and then it's separating and going crazy. And, just make a very small batch, test it out, see, and then go from there. Okay. Now, when it came down to the fragrance, at first I used 2%. And after I began to use the cleaner, I realized that 2%, it did make it a little bit cloudy. And also, after using that 2%, I realized that 1% was good enough. And then when I use 1%, I love 1%. Okay. No separation, no oil beads floating at the top. Look at it. This is the clarity. So it's not really cloudy. It looks really good inside of your pump container. Now I gave y'all some, let me tell y'all, if you guys want to buy the containers to package this up, it is very important that you shop around, because those triggers are very expensive. I don't buy stuff off of Amazon. I like to buy stuff in bulk. I like to buy 1,000 at a time if I can, 500, 300, whatever. 450, whatever. I just love to buy things in bulk. I gave you guys a vendor a few days ago in the Patreon, and that vendor had the triggers on sale, and I put it inside the chat. So if you're in the chat, you're just gonna have to scroll up until you find it. I posted that in there. I have no idea what company it was, and I don't even remember to go back and repost it, but it's in the chat. Well, now I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my container after I added all of my ingredients into that container. And remember to use a funnel to keep it from spilling all over the place. Even though, listen, if it spills, I am totally fine with that because it smells so good. So let me talk about my fragrance. So the fragrance that I'm using is Mary Mimosa, and this is a Bath and Body Works type. There's only a few companies that sell it. If you Google Mary Mimosa and you get a sample of it, you're going to come back to this video and going to say, Diamond, you were right. I love Mary Mimosa and everything. Mary Mimosa does not have any vanillin, so you don't have to worry about it turning this cloudy or, giving you any of those problems. So it's perfect for this recipe. So this is how clear it is, and it actually cleared up a little bit more when I left it to sit overnight. It got a little bit more clear. So this is how it looked. And I use like a 3x3 label for this particular bottle. Well, anyway, guys, if you want the recipe, like I said, click the link in the description box. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of this foam and power. I'm going to just use a regular metal bowl so you guys can see. So my biggest thing is when I spray a cleaner, I like to see the foam inside of the cleaner. And so I'm just going to spray a little bit in here so you guys can see. It's super foamy. And that's the way I like it, because that gets my cabinets clean, especially having children. They touch the cabinets, you get grease on the cabinets. You guys know children could be very nasty. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again for the next one.